Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Freddie. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thank
And look, he's doing.
Hello. Today is episode 9 of my series of Ramadan Lifts, where I take you through the most important month of the year and show you the struggles and the stress of the biggest month of the year. Today, of all days, today is my birthday. Yes, that's right, people. Today is my birthday. So we are buzzing and we are using all the food you just saw before. And what are we going to do? We're going to put it straight on the arms. Exactly right. So right now it is 10:57 p.m. March 12th. We are going to hit a shoulders and arms day at Powerhouse, using all the food, like always, straight into the muscle group as we need, which is our shoulders and arms. I am absolutely buzzing. Thank you to every single one of you who wished me happy birthday, and also everyone who watches the videos. We just hit 100 subscribers. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. But yeah, the discipline does not rest. We are gonna hit a shoulders and arms day, and we're gonna absolutely smash it, man. We're gonna love it, and yeah, I can't wait. I'm keen, and we're gonna start with our shoulder press. So back to business. We're going to start with our shoulder press, and then we're going to go straight to shoulder press to rear delts, and then smash our biceps, because our biceps actually need a lot more work than anticipated. So we're going for a biceps, and then we'll go straight into triceps after. So we are going to hit shoulders first. Last time it didn't go too well with our shoulder press because it kind of felt a bit off. But regardless, we're going to go back to that exact same machine, and we're going to do exactly the same thing as we always try and do each and every single session, and that's progressively overload. Now, last time we did about 2.5 plates for about 6 or 7 reps. So this time we're going to actually try and go for above that. We're going to try and do about 8 to 12, hopefully with 3 plates. So I do feel a bit better when it comes to the food that I had today. So of course I had the sweets, and I had an absolute bender the last week when it comes to all the brownies I had last Friday and up until today when I went to Big Buns, and we had the pancakes, we had the ribs, and we had all this mozzarella sticks, and we had the beef loaded garlic bread. So we had all that food. And I do feel a bit better now, having some water, having that potassium to really flush down all the food. And we also had the apple cider vinegar, which is also an absolute staple when it comes to my digestive drink. So I've had all that. We are now set for the gym session. So as per usual, me yapping at the start of the video. But it is my birthday. We are buzzing. So who cares? We're going to go straight back into lock-in mode. We're going to go straight into our shoulders and arms day. No messing about. Let's hit it. All right, so same position as last time. We are here with 2.5 plates on the board. We'll see how many reps we go. All right. Zoom. 13, I think. Not too bad. I think that's a progression from last set. I'm gonna take a look at the recording from my last video and actually stack up and see which one was more. Hopefully that was more, and we can call it that progressive overload, but we'll have to fact check that. All right, so upon last video, I did 9 reps on the first set because I had to adjust my hands and I had to stop midway, so that's only at 9 reps. I just did 13. So mission accomplished, progressively overloaded. Of course, a lot of factors when it comes to progressive overload like that, you know, on the day, different factors, caffeine, this and that. Hydration is obviously a big one. I definitely need to take a lot more water today, but nonetheless, that is 13 today, which is a big win. We're gonna for our second set now. My second set on my last video was about 9 or 8. We're gonna smash that today, hopefully about 10. So yeah, we're gonna set up again, nice and wide, get firm down to the seat. What you'll see is I arch myself a little bit just to get a little bit of a strong position. Of course, that means I'm incorporating a little bit of upper chest because I'm pushing from a different sort of angle rather than straight flat. But if it means I generate a lot more force and I'm in a stronger position for my delts, it definitely outweighs the little arch that I'm actually getting when I'm doing that when it comes to my seat position. So we focus on the force generating in the set, and that is exactly how we progress the muscle. As long as the target muscle is in actual stress with the movement, and that's exactly what we're trying to target, everything is fine. So enough yap, let's go to our second set, try to beat 9. Okay, almost 10. Wasn't quite there. Pretty pissed off about that, but got the food, got the energy. Next set, come on, let's go, come on. All right, so exercise number 1, mission accomplished. Amazing, amazing. So exercise number 2, on trying to progressively overload. We're back on this baby. I posted my reel on it because it is an amazing, amazing exercise. Last time we did a drop set, that's exactly what we're gonna do today. Now, for this one, because it's a drop set, we're really trying to aim for the reps here. So we're trying to really get the blood flow into the muscle, really feel the pump just like exactly like last time. And we're gonna do a drop set between 60, 61, 68 kilos down to our 40, 47 and just pump the reps. Now, what you might have seen in my last video was I'm actually not gripping the handlebars here. I'm kind of putting my hand a little bit over it and really using the edge of my palm right here to generate that force. Now, there's not too much reasoning for that apart from straight feel, but when I feel like when I'm gripping onto the handlebars here, I'm kind of using my hand as an actual force, which means I kind of sometimes incorporate different muscle groups when I do that, and it just tensifies my forearms. So I kind of feel like using my edge of my hand here and to generate that force keeps the tension a lot easier on my wrists, and it's a lot better than having to grip something here and then have this movement here that is way more unstable than compared to me having the force applied here or here. It's just a lot more firm, and that means I don't get that instability when it comes to this movement. So that's exactly why I do that, and I always feel that that's better for me. Of course, different people might feel different things, and of course, these things do vary between person to person. So my advice is just to try it. Just to try it, see what you like, and yeah, first set. Whoa. Wow, that's good. That's a dream. So first set done. That drop set works like an absolute charm. If you haven't tried that, give it a go. So like last time, we're doing another drop set, and then we'll do just an absolute burner, and then that's pretty much done for our front. A little bit of side delt activation, and then for our rear delt. Now, like last time, we're gonna go for an actual side delt movement. Now, I do love my cable raises with my cuffs, so we are gonna do that today. Don't worry, this workout's not exactly the same as last time. There is a little bit of variation, but when it comes to variation, don't have your variation so your sessions are not the exact same. Have a good structure and your good blueprint between your sessions, but when it comes to slight variation, be very wary about it, because if you start to vary from exercise to exercise every single session, it's incredibly hard for you to track your progressively overloading between your sessions or between your weeks or between training blocks. When it comes to this kind of thing, you want to be slowly improving and slowly progressing whether the weight or whether the reps or whether the execution of your reps. You need to be progressing the logbook somehow. So if you're varying between machines and varying between your gym sessions so often, it's absolutely impossible for you to actually accurately track your sessions when it comes to that progressive overload. So really try and have a little bit of variation so you're not doing the same thing every day, but be very careful on how much variation you're doing per session or between your weeks or between your blocks. So yeah, it's one little critique I have, a little pet peeve, but you'll see today we have the exact same structure, like we start with shoulders and the arms, but the slight variation is what keeps me coming back, and that's exactly what it matters. When you keep coming to the gym and you keep doing the work, that is where the progression actually lies and the passion lies. So yeah, make sure you're progressively overloading slowly. All right, so we are doing a single arm cable lateral raise. Now, I do like cuffs. I said in my last video why I like cuffs so much. The reason why is because it just takes your grip out of the movement, and that instability that you have from a D handle is completely eliminated because your force, instead of coming here and your wrist being able to move like this, it's applied right here. So that instability is completely eliminated. So that's exactly why I advocate for cuffs. And we're gonna do a side lateral raise today. So we're gonna do about 15 reps or shoot for around that. I do like the higher rep range, especially for a smaller muscle group like our delts, because ego lifting pretty much just distributes the force around the other muscles, and that's exactly what we don't want. So we want the target muscle and we want that to be the stimulus. So we'll do this today. As you may or may not know, a lot of people think the side delt, and to try that and actually utilize the side delt, you have to go straight sideways. But recent studies have shown that actually the best way to activate your lateral head of your delt is to actually move slightly forward. So it's slightly in the frontal plane of yourself. So instead of doing it like this and completely dead on sideways and parallel, turn a little bit to this side. So you get that stretch in your delt, which is so important in 2026 to actually grow muscle and to actually drive a little bit in front of you, just a little bit on your frontal plane. So this is your frontal plane, just like this, and drive it straight up like this, a little bit better than just straight side, just like here. So I'm going for about 15 reps. Okay, so set one was very good. We did 23 reps. We did 23 reps on my right arm, and then again 23 reps on my left arm. My right arm, I have a bit more neurological connection to, which means I feel the muscle a little bit better, got a bit of a more mind-muscle connection when it comes to my right arm. So that's why it does fatigue a little bit faster. But yeah, so we're gonna do our right arm first, like usual. And then we're gonna try and aim for about 20-ish. I'm most likely gonna die at 16, but we've got 7.5 kilos on the board. And yeah, we're gonna see how we go. Sorry. That was 20 reps, which is good. I mean, my last couple were a bit of a swinger. My form started to break down just a little bit, but was good. Now we're gonna do our left arm. Come on. Okay. fair to say delts are pretty good right now. That's 2 top sets of lateral raises. We're gonna do probably 1 more just to back off, because this is a pump chasing channel, as you not have realized by now. This is a pump chasing channel, so we are gonna go for about 5 kilos, pump it out, and then onto our bis and tris, the real meat and potatoes of the workout. So onto that. That is lateral raises done. Onto arms. All right, so we are going to do some preacher curls. So we're probably gonna do 25s with the easy bar, because the easy bar is just a little bit less stressful on the wrist joint. So we're gonna do some easy bar ones for maybe about 20 reps or 15 reps or so. Okay. Okay. Wasn't too bad. Got pretty good at the end, but I was leaning over myself so I don't swing too much, and having my chest up high, trying to do both. So I'm not strict. So I am very strict, but I'm trying to get the last reps and push my biceps to failure, because that's where the real growth happens. So trying to push a little bit is always good, but just not until the form breaks down. There's always a fine line when it comes to the form breakdown, but there's always a fine line. You gotta try and test it out for yourself and see where you draw that line. But good first set, on to the next. Yeah, okay. Not terrible. Left arm is okay. Right arm looks like shit, but it's okay. We'll improve that, I guess. Left arm, I'm gonna continue to flex for no reason, but okay, so second and final bicep exercise. We are doing some, not rope essentially, but a kind of a rope of a cable hammer curl. So we are having our hands in a neutral position. This is supinated, this is pronated, this is neutral. So we're gonna have it in our neutral position, and we're gonna drive straight up into our front delt every single time to really emphasize that brachialis. So, I mean, I'm doing it with this one over here, which is kind of like a little bit better when it comes to relieving tension off the end of the ropes, because they can get pretty heavy and they can hurt a lot when it comes to the end of the set. So I'm using these, and it just allows me to push that set a little bit further in. So we're gonna try these, and if I don't like it, I'll switch it. It doesn't really matter. It's not that big a deal. So we are gonna go into this now. We are got 23 kilos on the board, and this is gonna be fun. You're on my left side because I've kind of figured out my left bicep is kind of cooler than my right. So, I mean, sue me. All right, biceps done. That was a good pump though. Felt good, felt good. Biceps are now pumped. Next mission, triceps. Let's go. All right, so this is the first exercise of our triceps. It is currently 12:30 at night, so I am no longer a teenager, which is the most depressing thing I think of at the moment right now. So that's depressing. But nonetheless, we start at 20 years and we're hitting triceps. So enough yap. We are gonna go relatively heavy on this one because it's a compound movement relatively, like it's a dip at all. It's a dip, of course, so we're gonna incorporate a lot of triceps, a lot of shoulders, and a lot of chest. So to make sure that I'm hitting as much triceps as possible in this compound lift, I'm gonna try and stay upright as much as I can and not lean over, because me leaning over incorporates my chest and my shoulders. So I'm gonna stay upright and pretty much just focus on my elbow extension, which is just my triceps. So of course, when you're going heavy, you're gonna have to overcompensate with the weight and really counteract the weight for you to be able to push it down. But I'm gonna try and stay as strict as possible, but we'll see how that goes for now. But for now, we're gonna just pick and rip it, baby. Let's see how we go. All right, first set was nice. Not too sure how much tricep versus shoulder involvement I had in that particular set, but felt good. We're gonna do 2 sets here, and then we're gonna really focus on the different heads and really go strict. But for now, let's enjoy the carbs. Let's enjoy the energy. I'm still pumped of energy right now, but maybe because I had my pre-workout at like 11 o'clock at night, but I still feel great. All the food, all that pancakes. So I'm still feeling great. We're gonna for a second set, maybe even a third, see how devious we are. But like I said to you before, every single set that you do costs recovery. And the fact that I had so much carbs today and so much food, my recovery capacity is so much higher than what it typically would be. So I'm okay to recover from this kind of session, but don't expect this kind of session every single video, because simply I won't be able to recover from it. So I'm currently running 3 days on, 2 days off because of Ramadan, because of the less hydration and the less food and the lack of sleep. So I'm doing 3 days on, 2 days off, which is currently what I'm running right now. It has worked very well in my favor, but as soon as Ramadan ends, which is about next Saturday or Friday or so, we're going back to 3 days on, 1 day off. So the videos we continue to pump out as long as I'm training by myself, which I think I'm really liking at the moment, to be quite honest. It's about 12:30 at night and no one's here. So this is where I feel more comfortable. This is where you guys get your videos. So I think it's a win-win. But anyway, on to set number 2. Come on! Come on! Okay. Whoa, wow. Okay. That was really good. No real lockout, because a lockout just stacks my joints, and stacking my joints just takes all the tension off my biceps. If you know anything about biomechanics, just exactly right. Like if you just lock out your arms when the force is parallel, you're just taking off all the tension off your triceps. So me staying in that tension range, as you would typically say, and me not locking out and keeping all the tension on my triceps feels so much different. Like the sets just absolutely burn because the lactic acid build up in your triceps or the muscle group that you're trying to train, and it just feels really good. Like we are 100% gonna go for a third set. Like why not, right? Why not? Start the 20s with a bang, right? So start the 20s with a bang. We're gonna do another set. See you in that set. Okay, that's done. Oh man. Okay, that's done. That took it out of me a little bit, but the show must go on. So we are going on to our final and last exercise of the workout. That's right, get hyped, baby. So we are gonna go for, I think, an overhead extension, which is not like the most pump chasing thing ever, but if you had to do one exercise for triceps, if you crunch for time or something, it'd have to be an overhead extension, because it just hits all three heads the most, and it hits the most bang for your buck in terms of time to stimulus ratio for that exercise. Like a push down is so much more lateral head base compared to the other three lateral, medial and long head, that the long head just doesn't get as much tension as it typically would on an overhead extension. But still, on an overhead extension, you still get that short head tricep activation that you wouldn't get bang for buck for your push down. So we're definitely going to do an overhead extension and yeah, call it off a night. So let's try it. All right, so last and final set of the day. We've got overhead tricep extensions. Like I already showed you in the first set, we're doing this all the way back, all the way up, and really get a very good elbow extension and contraction. Elbow flexion is what we really want. So elbow flexion was all your tricep involvement. So overhead is biasing our long head of our tricep, which is down here, which is like 70% of the actual long head, of the actual tricep, sorry. So it's really the meat and potatoes of your tricep, which take up most of your arm anyway. So if the key to big arms is a big long head. So please do not skip on your overhead extension. So we're gonna do this and call it a day. Oh, done our session. All right, pump check. All right, so pump is a little bit gone because of the triceps, but it still stays true. Okay, so let's not focus on my crap abs at the moment because of the food, but let's do a side chest, shall we? Arms and shoulders are, this is my right arm right now. Oh yeah, that's angle maxing. Holy crap. Whoa, angle maxing. That's crazy. Okay, all right, that's enough. Okay, left arm. Okay, that's not angle maxing, that's for sure. But chest is still full from all those carbs, which is nice. That's mic down. I repeat, that's mic down. Whoops. But might as well do the outro now. Thank you very much for watching all the episodes. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you for watching and staying tuned. So obviously there's a surge right now. There's only 9 episodes, but we are trying to improve and we're trying to continue to do these videos because simply I love it. So thank you for supporting the videos. I really do appreciate it. We are going to continue the series until next week, Saturday, I believe, where Ramadan is going to finish. So we're going to continue the series, see how we end up. But yeah, thank you very much for watching my birthday episode 9 of Ramadan lifts, shoulders and arms. thank you very much for watching. Big 20th, big decade to come, and a lot to achieve. That's exactly how I view this new decade. Is a lot to achieve, a lot to do, and yeah, a lot to progress. So thank you for following the journey so far, and a lot more to come. But until next time, see you later.
Happy birthday to